Quote, everybody was happy. That's how President Trump described his meeting with congressional leaders yesterday after he struck a deal with Democrats to allow continued government spending and borrowing for another 3 months. But the deal, well, you can say it left GOP lawmakers shocked, some calling it unsettling, bad, and even a betrayal. Take a look at this tweet. This happened back in 2013. Before he was president, Trump tweeted, "The worst negotiators in history, otherwise known as Republicans, have just offered to suspend debt ceiling for 4 months. Pathetic." And now he agreed to a 3-month extension. So how did this all happen, and what does it mean going forward? Joining us now, President of the Independent Women's Forum, Carrie Lukas. Good morning, Carrie.
Good morning.
So why did the president side with Democrats here?
You know, it's a little bit of a mystery. I think that he really wanted to show that we can make progress, and of course wanted to move forward on getting things like aid for the folks in Texas. Very understandable. But it is a missed opportunity. I think it's interesting to kind of have the who wins in Washington conversation, but what we really should be worrying about is how this affects the American people. And, you know, we're going to be back 3 months from now having the same conversation about raising the debt limit. And at some point, let's remember that all this debt has to be dealt with. We can't just keep forever raising the debt limit. So it's too bad there was no consideration on measures to control spending as well.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of people are saying the reason that he sided with the Democrats here was because he needs some of their support for tax reform, for instance. So I suppose my question to you is, do you think this is the president showing unity and rare bipartisanship so he can get Democrats' support for other parts of his agenda because he doesn't think Republicans can get it done?
It's quite possible, and it would be wonderful if Democrats were able to get on board. Tax reform should be something that isn't a partisan issue. A lot of what the president has been talking about is simplifying our tax code, getting rid of deductions that are kind of the Washington at its worst, giving favors to a few but not helping the people in our economy in general. So it should be a bipartisan issue, and that would be wonderful if that was the end result of this. But, you know, at the end of the day, what we need is a tax package that does what it needs to do. The politics of how we get there, you know, that is just a matter of politics. But the principles have to stay the same. He can't get Democrats' support by giving up those principles of lowering taxes and simplifying the tax code. So we need to make sure that we get a good deal out of this one, too.
I'm curious about the 3-month extension, why they didn't try for, let's say, a 6-month extension, because if you put this on the calendar, we're talking mid-December. That's less than a year before the midterm elections, and you're dealing with many of these issues all over again.
Absolutely. It is. You know, Congress already has a very full plate. They need to get tax reform done. They need to deal with immigration. There's some big pushing this again so that they have to try to accomplish this in 2017. It's going to be a big weight. I'm sure the Congress is already, that's a concern for them.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell basically said he understood the president's decision yesterday, said he wanted to show a sign of unification as we face natural disaster. But what do you think the president's real relationship is with the Republican leadership at this point?
Well, obviously, there's frustrations on both sides. The president doesn't feel that Congress has been able to deliver, and the Republicans clearly feel that the president has been undercutting them. But we need to get over that. I mean, this is the politics of this has to be secondary to the policy principles that the president and the Republicans share. If they can keep their eye on that ball, remember that what they're trying to do is deliver things like tax reform, you know, to fix our health care system. That's what has to happen. That's what has to drive this.
All right. So we hope. Carrie, good to see you this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.